This recipe is special for the Very Okay channel. It's a simple and nutritious carrot cake recipe, delicious in taste, easy to make, and I bet you'll love it because it's quick, light, and goes great with black coffee. I'll show you step by step, so share it with your friends, subscribe, and leave a like as it helps us grow and continue on this journey of delicious recipes and valuable information. Welcome to Very Okay. I'm Paula, and I'll be guiding you through scrumptious, healthy recipe tutorials. Get ready to find new favorite dishes and sharpen your cooking skills. Stay tuned till the end of each video to catch all our tasty tips. To start, we have 3 small carrots, approximately 216 grams. I'll begin by chopping them into small cubes and placing them in a pot of water to boil. Trust me, this will work, and you'll love this recipe. Once they start cooking, I'll wait for about 10 minutes. After cooking, let them cool down. While I wait for the carrots to cook, I'll prepare the other ingredients. Here I'll use coconut oil, but you can use your preferred type. The original recipe calls for vegetable oil, but I prefer to substitute it with coconut oil because it's healthier and even more flavorful. The oil I'm using doesn't have a coconut taste, but you can also use coconut-flavored oil if you'd like. Since the environment is a bit cold, the oil is solid, so I'll heat it in the microwave to use it in liquid form. I'll heat it just enough to melt it into a liquid state. Here I have 4 small eggs, approximately 240 to 242 grams. An interesting tip is that if you use room temperature eggs, your cake will rise more. Oh, and remember to preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius, 356 degrees Fahrenheit, for 10 minutes before putting the cake in the oven, okay? I'll beat the eggs in a blender to prepare the mixture. As you can see, the coconut oil is now in liquid form. It's not hot, just slightly warm. Here I have 100 milliliters of coconut oil. Yes, this recipe is very healthy and nutritious, so please leave a like and subscribe. Now I have 100 milliliters of milk, and I'll mix everything and blend it again in the blender. I've already cooked the carrots, now, they need to cool down. To speed up the cooling process, you can place the carrots in cold water. I do it this way and let the cold water drain. Now that the carrots have cooled, I'll mix and blend them in the blender. It's essential to blend them well to achieve a good result for your nutritious carrot cake. This is one of the secrets. Here I have organic coconut sugar, which is healthier and has a low glycemic index. But don't worry if you don't have this sugar at home, you can use brown sugar or even white sugar. However, if you want to try coconut sugar, I recommend it, and the result is excellent. I'm using 120 grams of coconut sugar here, and the measurements are the same if you want to use another type of sugar. Now I'll mix the sugar and blend it in the blender until well combined. Here I have 400 milliliters of gluten-free flour, approximately 230 to 234 grams. You can use regular flour as an option, but I recommend gluten-free flour if you want a healthier cake. You can find various options online and in many supermarkets. I'll put a link in the video description, so you can search if you're interested. Now another secret is not to use the blender to mix everything, you need to use a spatula and mix slowly. After mixing well, it will look like this, a creamy liquid. Yes, you need to mix it very well to have a soft and tasty cake. Once well mixed, I'll add a heaping tablespoon of baking powder. Here I have a silicone mold that I recommend because it's much more practical. If you don't have a silicone mold, you can use your preferred mold, but you need to grease it with butter and a little wheat flour beforehand. However, using a silicone mold is easier and more convenient. Now I'll place it in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius, 356 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 35 minutes. The cake is almost ready, and it's easy to remove from the silicone mold. If you're on a diet, you can taste the cake just like this. But if you're not on a diet, how about making a fantastic chocolate frosting? It's super easy, and I'll use 72% cocoa powder, which contains polyphenols, a powerful antioxidant that's good for your health. You can also use regular cocoa powder of your choice if you don't have 72% cocoa powder at home. It's up to you. Here, I'll use 5 tablespoons of cocoa powder, or approximately 30 grams. I'll also use coconut sugar, but as I mentioned earlier, you can use your preferred sugar. Here I have 4 tablespoons of coconut sugar, or 30 grams. If you prefer a sweeter taste, you can add more sugar according to your preference. If you like it even sweeter, you can add an extra 3 tablespoons. There's no precise rule for cake frosting. Here I have 100 milliliters of milk to mix in the saucepan to start making the frosting. In a saucepan, you'll add 3 tablespoons of butter, sugar, cocoa powder, and milk, mixing well over low heat. Don't cook at high temperature, mix well over low heat until the cake frosting thickens. This chocolate frosting can be used for various types of cakes. I find the carrot cake with this chocolate frosting to be amazing. You should definitely try it. Now, as you can see, the chocolate frosting will have this texture, and you can turn off the heat. My cake has cooled down, so I'll apply the chocolate frosting like this. It's going to be delicious. Yes, this cake is one of my favorites, and it's nutritious and light. You can eat it guilt-free, but of course, don't overdo it. Look at this wonderful cake. You won't regret making this recipe. So, leave a like, subscribe, and share. I'll bring many delicious recipes and lots of news and information here on the Very OK channel for more videos on healthy eating and lifestyle tips. Thank you for watching.